It has been a crazy year. How did you keep your sanity? If you have any remaining sanity left, then consider yourself lucky. Thankfully, Netflix was there for us, and there have been a number of amazing movies and TV shows released this year with talented casts and compelling stories. Today, Scarlett Media presents our list of 10 ways that Netflix saved our sanity in 2020. Binge on the like and subscribe buttons, or comment below to tell us what we missed. Spoilers ahead. Number 10. Tiger King. Yes, we did. And no, this is not one of our worst of ruined lists. Tiger King is one of the most polarizing phenomenons of 2020 and cannot be forgotten about. This Netflix gem tells the loud and crazy tale of the loudest and craziest cast of reality characters since Jersey Shore. Tiger King is filled with the things of nightmares, including Joe Exotic's surreal music videos and a cast that thrives on animal cruelty, are drug addicts, are alleged murderers, and are basically the perfect examples of the worst of humanity. With all this against it, the world's shared obsession with this cluster of a show united people in conversation, something lacking for most of the year. Number 9. The Old Guard. The Old Guard is an action and fantasy film with an interesting premise, one that involves immortal soldiers who have the power to be able to heal themselves. When they discover someone is onto their secret, they suddenly must join together in battle to defend their freedom. If you're not hooked yet, maybe knowing that this movie stars Charlize Theron will help. She is an actress that always has the audience's full attention, while she slays badass female protagonists. Heck, we even like her when she's the antagonist. Kiki Layne is also great in this flick, and you might also recognize Harry Melling. He played Dudley in the Harry Potter series. Melling must be keeping busy lately as he shows up in another title on today's list. The stellar cast had us clinging onto a sense of stability and hope this 2020. Thank you, Netflix. Number 8. Bill and Ted Face the Music. Calling all late 80s and early 90s kids, if you were a fan of Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure from 1989 or its sequel, Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey from 1991, then you're in luck. The duo is back and they're all grown up with children of their own. But that doesn't mean the adventure is over. In this newest chapter, the ruler of the future tells Bill and Ted that they have to create a new song in order to save the planet. But instead, they decide to steal it from their former selves. While Bill and Ted are on their time-traveling mission, their daughters devise their own plot to help their fathers save life as we know it.
Hey, Dad. Life isn't the wild stallions.
Some people say that this film is fan service, but what's wrong with that? If fans want more Keanu Reeves, then more Keanu is what they are going to get. Netflix knows exactly what we needed to get us through this year. Number 7. Rached. If Sarah Paulson and Ryan Murphy are involved in something, then you know you must watch that thing. Am I right? Or is that just us? In Rached, the show's main character is based on a nurse from 1975's One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. This show is the nurse's prequel story, as it follows that young Rached as she works at a mental hospital, capturing her transformation into an utterly monstrous caretaker. It's creepy, of course. We knew it would be from just looking at the cast, but what really makes it unique is how visually stunning it is. The colors are so lush, unlike the dark and gloomy horror we've grown so accustomed to. Style alone, this TV show certainly stands out. And unlike The Patients, we're holding on to our sanity, thanks to this Netflix original. Number 6. The Devil All the Time. This movie is based on Donald Ray Pollock's novel of the same name, and the film adaptation was directed by Antonio Campos. It follows truly sinister characters as they tie into the life of a young man named Arvin. He unfortunately discovers early on that he is unable to always protect the ones he loves, but he tries anyway. This story is set post-war in a small town full of utter corruption. And I know that we've said it before, but what a talented cast! Tom Holland, Sebastian Stan, Bill Skarsgård, and serious props have to go to Robert Pattinson for that accent.
I'm going to eat these organs. I model myself on the good Lord Jesus whenever he gives me the chance. And today, he's blessed me with another opportunity to follow in his footsteps.
Although he might not be considered as dreamy after this role, he happens to play a real sicko. Earlier in our list, we mentioned that Harry Melling would show up again, and here he is. You can catch him playing Roy, a gentleman who's out of luck in The Devil All the Time. This movie will take you on one messed up roller coaster ride, showing you what it means to be unholy. But surprisingly, you'll feel saner because of it. That's because this Netflix film is seriously well produced. Number 5. Project Power. This movie is about a former soldier who joins forces with a cop, hoping to discover who is behind a hazardous pill which side effects give its user temporary superpowers. Project Power is a superhero movie, but here the heroes are not characterized by their costumes or alter egos, but by their powers. Jamie Foxx, Joseph Gordon-Levitt, and Dominique Fishback are the lead roles, as Netflix proves again that it calls in the big guns when it comes to their casting. And we are happy to see it. Viewers have seemed to agree there are no slow parts in this movie, and its action sequences pair well with the amazing visual effects. If you haven't checked it out already, then you probably should. Project Power is a lot of fun and possibly one of the best action movies of the year, and that is why it's made today's list. Number 4. The Umbrella Academy. The Umbrella Academy is a seriously cool show, and its premise is no different. If you haven't checked out this gem already, then here is a little backstory to entice you. In 1989, 43 infants were mysteriously born to unconnected women who didn't know that they were pregnant until they suddenly were. 7 were adopted by a billionaire named Sir Reginald Hargreaves, the creator of the Umbrella Academy. He went on to create a team of children who he hoped would save the world, but the team eventually broke up, going their separate ways. So in present time, the show follows the now 6 surviving members as they reunite upon hearing that Hargreaves has passed away. Together, they solve the mystery surrounding his death. But this proves difficult, as a worldwide catastrophe proves to be another impending threat. The ideas behind the Umbrella Academy are great, and that might have to do with the fact that this series is based on graphic novels that were created by the My Chemical Romance lead singer Gerard Way. Pretty cool, right? Its plot certainly helped us regain a sense of sanity. The show also stars Elliot Page and several other hugely talented actors, another reason why it's so high on today's list. Number 3. Lucifer. Here is a great title if you're looking for something to binge now, maybe even something to help get you through the duller days of quarantine. Lucifer, being the demon he is, comes back to Earth from his long stay in hell looking for a vacation. Here, he decides to live in Los Angeles, where he starts running his own club. Unable to stop his devilish ways, which include a lot of drugs, women, and drinking, he gets into a handful of trouble. But more than that, Lucifer starts a gig that he didn't expect that he'd have. He begins assisting the local police in cracking difficult criminal cases, catching feelings for a detective along the way. Seeing archangels intermingle with humans keeps things interesting, and beyond that, this series has a way of keeping its audience on the edge, keeping us sane and entertained. If you're a fan of this show, then you probably already know, but Season 6 has recently begun filming. How exciting! Number 2. The Queen's Gambit. This show almost made our number 1 spot because it truly embodied all the elements of a show that saved our sanity in 2020. A compelling story with fascinating characters enacted by a very talented cast. The Queen's Gambit follows prodigy Beth Harmon, who has the mind and skill to masterfully play one of the oldest and most intellectually challenging games of all time, chess. We follow Beth Harmon through the many and very intense internal and external struggles that she faces and has to overcome in order to become the world's first female grandmaster. The Queen's Gambit is a deceivingly realistic work of fiction and is absolutely brilliant. And no one appreciates its brilliance more than eBay. Why eBay, you may ask? Well, fun story. Remember how I said the story was deceivingly realistic? Yeah, after this show aired, a whole lot of wannabe chess players were, let's call it, inspired by Beth Harmon's story and deluded themselves into thinking they too could be the next chess prodigy and beat the Russian grandmasters at their own game. So they went on eBay, bought themselves a shiny new chess set, completely overlooking the fact that you can't buy skill, and increased eBay's sales of chess sets and accessories by over 200% since the start of the show in October. Damn! Whether it be delusions of grandeur, a new love for an old game, appreciation for a beautifully told story, or respect for the young talented actress Anya Taylor-Joy, The Queen's Gambit saved many a sanity this year, earning a very strong 2 on this list. Before we get to our number 1 choice of Netflix heroes that made this crazy year a little better, smash that subscribe and like button so you won't miss any of our ruined or saved videos. We have a brand new year ahead of us and lots more movies, shows, and games to love and loathe. Number 1. Enola Holmes. Enola Holmes is a spy drama about a fearless teen who searches for her mother by using her spying skills to outmaneuver her older brother Sherlock. all the while helping a runaway lord. Even just her name, Enola, is a significant clue that leads to a wonderful mystery. The film is truly captivating, with stunning cinematography, excellent setting, and an amazing performance from the very talented Millie Bobby Brown, someone that we have all come to love. This child prodigy has serious acting skills, but she proved that to us long before this in Netflix's Stranger Things. Here in Enola Holmes, Brown has pulled off another riveting performance as the film's protagonist. If you're a fan of Henry Cavill, he's also in this film, giving his rendition of Sherlock Holmes. Because of its talented performances, we rate Enola Holmes as the #1 film to have restored our sanity in 2020. A serious feat. After going through that list and watching all this great content, we feel so much better. But what about you? Did Netflix save your sanity this year? What other movies and TV shows helped you escape reality in 2020? Let us know in the comments below, and before this year ends, we at Scarlett Media would like to wish you all a Happy New Year. Thanks for watching.